at work. I was in San Fran for the Niners game. Started Brock Purdy on my fantasy team because Justin Herbert is on a bye. I was in the air when the news broke. I was busy with some shit, but this morning before work, I gave my good brother a call.
All right, fellas, Joe is revealing a lot, but he's doing it in small steps. He will never just tell us straight up, but I can tell he's leaving a lot of breadcrumbs. And since it's important news, I kind of wanted to talk about some of them. I simply can't figure out what it is yet. Joe is on today's episode, which you should all watch since it was an excellent one. He brought it up several times, including once when they were discussing the movie. He claimed to have downloaded the Kevin Hart stand-up so he could see it on the plane because he was traveling to San Francisco. I was like, okay. I also made a notation. Then he repeated it. He said, yeah, I bet on the Niners since I was already in San Francisco. My head spun, but no one on the show questioned it. Elevation, I thought. As you are already aware, I've been talking about this topic for a minute now, and if I were a betting man, I could briefly put myself in Joe's shoes. The Patreon headquarters was the first location I assumed was in San Francisco, so I was like, let me type it into Google. Yes, I did. Indeed, San Francisco. I was like, okay. After a short scroll, I came across a Bloomberg story discussing Patreon Incorporated. I thought, wait, okay, that doesn't mean IPO. It's a business. Of course you want to get it incorporated. I then click on Bloomberg Sector Technology Sub-Industry Software, Industry Software and Tech Services article. What did Joe just highlight? It could have been 2 episodes ago. Perhaps it was only available on Patreon. He was just emphasizing they don't grasp how much the podcasting industry is a tech space. Then, artist to artist, he appeared on the Jim Jones program. Jim Jones deserves a special mention because it was rather good. It was better than I had anticipated, and I do not doubt that I will create a video on that in the future. Said the same thing. The pod industry is evolving toward the technology sector. I keep telling you, in my head, they will go public. I'm keeping track of all the modifications Patreon is making. What commercial relationships does Joe presently have with Patreon? After that, I started to think more deeply. I apologize, but this is a tinfoil hat episode, conspiracy theorists. I began to think more deeply. What occurs when new businesses attempt to attract a large number of new subscribers? And this is for everyone unsure about producing content. What happens when these new businesses distribute coupons to a lot of new members, subscribers, and clients? They distribute discounts and do a lot of advertising. What might a content creator receive as a coupon? Guys, here's the conspiracy. I'm being forgiving, but I believe it will be within the next 4 to 5 months at most. I really believe that they are currently attempting to make a push, and this was the purpose of the gathering. I believe Patreon is preparing to attract creators to the platform. Let's also start keeping an eye on the various creators Joe plans to promote on Patreon. I'm not only referring to Mark and Amani. I've already seen it on Patreon, and it really shines when Kev is performing, so let's see how many different individuals he begins mentioning. I see him on everyone's page because he's a Patreon partner. To demonstrate that he's getting out there and attempting to promote the brand, he's using laughing emoticons, speaking 2-word sentences, or saying K or thank you. That's what Joe will do, but he'll do it on the show. He's not a partner, per se, like Kev on stage, or the other A-listers, but if you play video games, you are aware that Joe is a slister. Joe is going to shove. And since I know Mark is paying attention, if I'm Mark Lamont with my heel, I'll call out to him. Prepare yourself for Joe to start promoting your Patreon account more and more. Additionally, you must determine whether Ian and Patreon have the same arrangement, because I don't believe Joe is the only one with an equity investment in Patreon, because Ian is always encouraging you to create and wager on yourself if you follow him on Twitter. In essence, Patreon is currently promoting this model as though it were an ambassador. If I'm Mark, I will undoubtedly address the fact that he disclosed that he doesn't question Joe, and God, they got deep later in the show. He told Joe, I need to start contacting you more because I have questions. I wonder what Joe would do, but he also asked Ian. Even if it was only for a show, Mark and Ian had previously visited Patreon. They'd been to the offices. He grew fond of PJ. Joe didn't travel to San Francisco for no reason, so I'm wondering if Mark is aware of what's going on with Patreon at the moment. I might be wrong about the logic behind it, guys, but however, Joe didn't need to travel to San Francisco to sign for the Billboard push. He hasn't. When we last saw him accept the PJ, he made it clear that he did so since he was participating in the prize pick arrangement at the time. Everyone just ignored it because he was attempting to get someone to notice it without noticing. They don't care that he was traveling for business. And given that he stated I have my hand in 10 to 15 different things right now, and if I'm any of them, I'm concerned about the future of me being on the show, at least just myself. I'm going to start questioning him. If I'm any of them, I would kick this outside. Hello, family. I know you're moving and I can't always be on your level, but because I can see your movements, what can I do to make sure I'm in this with you? You have to listen to the boss. I mentioned that in the last episode. You need to pay attention to what your employer is doing because he will be your eyes or viewpoint on whether things are improving or declining, in which case you will need to seek elsewhere. They were then allowed to speak on Nope. I'll save that for my upcoming video. Stay tuned, everyone. I'll make sure to dump that today as well. But this is a big issue, and since Joe has been given the breadcrumbs, I expect him to make an announcement soon, informing us of what transpired at this recent meeting. Guys, he's trying to tell us something. And there's a reason that he said that a Thursday program is coming out. I also noticed rumors on JBTV. Give him a shout out. They are. You guys have all the facts about Joe Budden. Since Elliott Wilson's contract recently expired, there were rumors that he or Joe, Elliott Wilson, and A might appear on the Thursday show. It's also funny that Joe did not participate in ACT's Another One Bites the Dust. Is that still available on Spotify? If he's conducting his interviews offline, I just wanted to let you all know, though. I'm listening. I guess the conjectures I've been making are somewhat accurate, but we will learn more details soon. Please share your thoughts with me in the comments section. If you like the video, please like it. If you haven't already, subscribe to the page. If you have, you already know how we rockin' over here. You already know what it is. I'll see y'all a bit later. Peace.